Hey there, Eagle Force fans. Today we're taking a look at Alpha Team Command Unit, or as the box says, Major Coco. This figure was tossed up for pre-order back at the Big Bad Toy Store 25th anniversary event, and it is now probably in most of your pile of loot. You just haven't received it yet. I want to give a big shout out to Big Bad Workshop for sending me this figure so I could do an early preview, even though, as I said, it's probably in most of your pile of loot. But for those who haven't ordered it, or are still thinking about it, this video is this video is for everyone. Anyway, Major Coco is part of the Star Commanders sub-team. On the side, Major Coco, figure number 1. On the back, you see a cross-sale of a lot of different characters. The Singularity has arrived in more ways than one. I'll bring this a little bit closer, so if you want to take a pause and read through this information, you can do so now. But beyond that, we're going to show you that the side looks the same. And we're going to open this up, crack it open. There's the figure right there. In the window box, you got the figure, you have all the accessories, you got a pile of heads down here. This figure is amazing for how many heads comes with it. A figure stand in the bottom right corner, and we have a little comic on the inside flap. So again, I will bring this as close as I can, and if you want to read through that, you can pause and check that out. But again, beyond that, I want to get this figure open. We'll take a look at him right now. All right, everyone, they have thrown a curveball at us. I believe this is the first Eagle Force figure to include more heads than hands. And real quick, hands, they have gloved hands, fists, C-shaped, open grabby hands, and trigger hands on the figure. But the main focus is definitely going to be on these heads. Real quick, I'm going to show you. You get this silver and black gun. You get this little silver and black, let's call it a ray gun. You get this really awesome white and blue cowboy hat. Let's just put it right there. It's really cool. I like this hat. That's one of the things that sold me on this figure. You get a jetpack with booster things, and these are removable. You can pull these out if you don't want the booster trails there, and it has a peg that will plug right into the backpack. This standard Eagle Force figure stand, small peg up here, large peg down there, and on the bottom of the feet you have heels with small holes and toes with big holes. Just kind of sounds funny to say. You get these little goggles that I've got currently upside down. They're blue and gold. They easily wrap around one of the heads, whichever one I suppose you'd want them to. It probably looks really good on that head. We'll get to that in a moment. You get a banana box, at least it's a yellow box with a banana picture on it. This thing will open up. You could probably put something, maybe put some extra hands in there. Seal it back up. Too bad we didn't have like a banana. That'd been awesome. Get a little bubble helmet so the right head can be put around the correct head. This head that's currently on there is like a trooper helmet, so you don't really need it. It's all encased in oxygen and all that stuff. It can survive space without bubble. In fact, this could even be an android for all we know. He has this harness that's built on him and a little, what I'd call a button right here that is just right there. So then we get to the heads. So we're going to bring this figure in a little bit closer and take a look at the additional heads. So here's the trooper helmet. It's a pretty standard one. We've seen it before. It's just repainted. I love the white and the blue. I love this color combination. This is a great looking figure just because of that to me. You get this head right there. And then you get this head right there. And you get this head right there. There'll be a few of these. And I'll try a couple of these. Here's the Major Coco head, which I'm kind of surprised. This wasn't the head installed since the box says Major Coco. And then finally, you get this head right there. So looking at the bottom, some of these are typically difficult to swap out when you first get it. Whoa, wow, that's a pop. So let's see if we can put Coco head. Oh, there we go. You can see what Coco's head looks like on the figure. And real quick, I actually saw somebody make a comment, I believe on the Facebook group, about what this head looks like compared to the original Coco head. So I pulled it out so I could do a side-by-side comparison right there. This is, I'm going to get these things out and see if I can do this so we get a little bit more light. But as you can see, that head, the new head, is a little bit more detailed. There's more detail in the eyes. It's a darker skin tone. And looks like I have to shift this up so I can see it. Interestingly enough, the original head has the mouth and the nose painted, whereas the new one doesn't. That's kind of missing. That would have been great, adding that nose and mouth detail. That would have been great, but there's a comparison of those. All right, let's pull this head off, and let's try. I'm trying to be careful there, choosing very carefully. We've got this head. Now I'm curious. I don't know which head, or if the cowboy hat will fit on several of them, but let's try this. There we go. It's what the cowboy hat could look like on this head. And then we will swap over to this head right there. See what the cowboy hat looks like on that one. It sits a little bit tall. Then we'll swap out. Let's see, which ones have I done? These are all actually going very well. Typically, you have to like heat them up, and I think that hat actually fits on that head probably the best. And we got one more head. Oh, this will be a problem. This one, just going to show you here for a second. Can you see the hole in there? The head on the right, there we go. The head on the right has a much larger opening than the head on the left. So if I put this head on the figure, it will probably stay there for the rest of the video. So I'll just kind of maybe set the head there, like so. And if you want to put the head, the hat, yeah, it's not going to work very well. I just don't want this head to get stuck on while we're doing the video. So let's put this head on. And then what I can do is we can put the bubble on so you can see the bubble right there. The articulation on this figure is the standard articulation. It includes the thigh rotation. I just wanted to get that said and done. And we can slide. There you go. Check out the shades. The shades are awesome. And then you could put the hat on. And this is like, this is a space cowboy you don't want to mess with. You definitely probably need several of these figures because of all the different heads. Let's tuck this. There we go. He's got his space jetpack. His space pack. His jet space. I don't know. Solar Jetman. I don't know. This turned out to be a very cool. I love the colors. That helps. White, black, and blue, and silver. These are a combination that I absolutely go bonkers for. You've got a holster on his right leg. We can tuck this blaster gun in there. It's space, so they're blasters. They're not guns. And we can give him this, let's call it a rifle blaster. I mean, this is quite the space cowboy. This guy is awesome. I might want to keep him in this configuration. Anyway, but this is, I don't know, can we still call him Major Coco? I know he's got a name. Let me look it up here real quick. This character is, according to the comic, Stephen Blaze Lee. So we'll call him Blaze. And actually, that's kind of cool because it looks like this is the right head that goes with that helmet. And then this guy right here is Duster. And this guy is Pike. And this one is Dallas. And we know Major Coco. And this guy is Trooper. This must be the Alpha Trooper that's on the back of the box. Anyway, this is a great set. This is a really nice. This is great. This really is. I love the colors. I love the space theme. I love the fact we get a bunch of heads. Okay, let me rephrase it. I don't know if I'm in love with the fact that we get a bunch of heads with one figure, because every figure you buy, you're going to have this pile of heads. You could probably use them on some other figures, so I guess that's kind of a win. If you have some trooper soldiers, you could swap some heads out. Otherwise, I mean, I'm kind of a fan of, one figure, one head, and just buy a bunch of them. I don't know. It can go either way, but I like that you get so much stuff, and this is a sweet, sweet looking figure. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget that this figure is now in stock live at Big Bad Toy Store. If you want to get him, I'm pretty confident this figure will actually completely sell out, which is unfortunate because I think as soon as it sells out, there's a bunch of people going to say, oh, I wanted that figure. And I think there's going to be a pretty high demand for this figure. Anyway, before you get out of here, click on the video in the bottom left corner. It tells YouTube that you are interested in this content, and YouTube thinks you want to watch it, so please help the channel grow. I'll catch you in the next one.